So far, I'm liking this. I'm liking the artwork and visual novels not involving high school. It's always a major plus. Freak, I hate a high school with a passion. Only one problem is that I feel like there's explanations when there really shouldn't be. Like that one part when he met his childhood friend, and there was just a lot of paragraphs of explanations that I feel like could have been handled through dialogue, but that's just me. Anyways, I'm about to roll over and go back to sleep when I hear some shuffling noises that weren't created by me. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't recognize the voice. Even if I did, I wouldn't have been able to reconcile the fact that dialogue is spoken in the Shaharan language. I try to adjust myself slowly so that I can see the intruder without him, noticing that I'm awake. Long story short, this fails. Ooh. Quick as lightning, he spins around and presses me against the ground, one hand held tightly against my mouth, the other on my throat. He doesn't choke me, but the threat is definitely there. I'm at a clear disadvantage, but I can at least see the intruder now. He's a Shaharan man with dark skin and long dark hair. He has a slender figure, but his hands are strong. I imagine that he'd be seen as a threat in the battle if his earlier speed revealed anything. One of his eyes is covered by his hair, but the other is a beautiful blue. Once I snap out of my dazed state, I squirm, trying to get him off of me. The man tightens his grip on my face. He glances around, looking to see if anyone heard. He relaxes slightly as the silence continues uninterrupted. I glare at him, as it's the only real option I currently have as far as resisting goes. He meets my eyes. Instead of returning the glare, he smiles, which irritates me. Your little glare is too cute, princess. I think he assumes that I can't understand him since he's speaking in the Shaharan language, but since I do understand, I can't help but be angry with the statement. I manage to move my mouth just enough to bite his hand. He instantly retracts it on instinct, and I take advantage of that brief moment. I sit up and yell at the top of my lungs. Help! I don't finish the statement. Instead, he forces something into my mouth. It's crunchy with a bit of bitter aftertaste. In another moment, I'm able to place it. Cow's root. It's a quick working plant that has the ability to knock someone out for a few hours. We use it on the injured soldiers that need surgery or other normally painful operations. And I just accidentally swallowed it. Ooh. Ready to go, Lore. Ready to go. Yeah, way to go. I have time for one final thought before drifting off. This bastard has been going through my medical supplies. That's grand. And dots. More dots. When I awake, I no longer recognize the ceiling. It makes me longer than I'd like to admit, but I finally figure out that I'm no longer my tent. I sit up and take a better look at my surroundings. Is it bad that I'm resisting a rape joke right now? I'm in a building that I don't recognize. The bricks are built from sand. None of the buildings at the outpost were built like that, so I'm forced to conclude my encounter with the Shaharan man wasn't a dream. The room's decorations are from all over the continent. As a merchant, my mind automatically places where they came from and evaluates a price for each different object. None of them are cheap. This room belongs to someone with considerable wealth. Is that bear wearing a bra? The heck? And exotic tastes, considering the stuffed Himalayan bear in the Amazonian bikini, among other things. My curiosity ends when I hear the echoes of footfalls approaching from just outside the room. I quickly revert back into a sleeping pose in case someone enters. Well, what were you thinking bringing him here? I don't recognize the voice. This one speaks Shaharan too, but it's an older, gruff voice. It isn't the same one from earlier. Apparently, this person is angry since he is speaking in a harsh tone. Since I haven't heard a third voice, I assume the answering voice is Ra'el. I don't know. I thought, well, if they don't have their merchant, they can't get supplies, right? I thought it might weaken their morale or something. Stealing the merchant? Really? Really? This voice matches the voice of the man I met in my tent. Rael, huh? At least now I have a name to match the face. Huh. I'm sure that was the first thing on your mind. You really think you can get away with weak lies like that with your father? Okay, maybe I didn't think it through, but that doesn't change the fact that we can use him for certain things. Really? Taking the merchant? Really? Certain things, huh? I know what certain things you waste your time with. If you were actually my heir, I would consider your antics despicable, to say the least. You know, that's not what I meant. Do what you want. Well, I have no interest in your romantic affairs. Unlike you, I actually have important matters to attend to, not that you seem to care. There's a moment of silence. Then, I hear one set of footfalls leave, meaning that only one of the speakers actually remains. I hear a loud slam against the wall. My guess is that the remaining figure punched the wall. I do care. Rael's voice hung in the air, a note of desperation in it. I feel an odd urge to feel sorry for him. However, I quickly rid myself of such a silly idea. He did just kidnap me, after all. Yeah, I don't develop Stockholm Syndrome, please. Suddenly, the door opens and Rael enters the room. I shut my eyes tight and hope he hasn't noticed that I'm awake. He walks over to bed and bends down to my level. He pokes my face, and though I try to look like a convincing sleeper, it becomes increasingly harder. I don't have to open my eyes to know he's grinning mischievously. I can feel it. Finally, I can no longer take it. I sit up and slap his hand away. That's what I thought. I barely register that he is speaking the Gradone language before he starts talking again. Note. If you haven't figured it out, dialogue that is like this. Insert dialogue here is spoken to Charlotte. Oh my god, I feel dumb for reading this. You know, God, what, really explanation like that. For instance, if you're still explaining. I'm pretty sure the majority of the people who read this are probably into manga and have probably come across many situations where the protagonist has heard other people with different languages and the text is written in a different way. I don't know, just maybe. No, duh. Oh my god. Anyways, back to the game. You're probably wondering exactly what I'm going to do with you. Well, relax a little. It seems your only job for the moment is to adorn my bed. There are two immediate responses that I could think of. Wait. That he knows my language. Let's see. I was trying to go for Aiden a while back. I don't know. Whatever. Except from hard across the face. During bed, I don't think so. Not if I have anything to say about it. Rahel is no longer in the playful mood he was in when I slapped away his hand earlier. He glares darkly and then presses me against the wall. For a moment, he looks as if he's going to say something, but then he leans in and kisses me. He likes the aggressive type, apparently. I try to squirm out of it, but he reinforces his position over me by entering into another kiss. This time, it contains more of a wild passion. It is no longer a kiss done on a whim. I want to say I fought it, but it wouldn't be the complete truth. For a few moments, I succumbed, letting Rahel have his way. It was only later, when I came to my senses and slapped him across the face one more time, that might turn him on even further. After that, he backs off and I can breathe again. I guess not. What was that for? I didn't like your attitude. So you kissed me? Well, you were a little bit more obedient anyway. I don't think it was a complete waste. I feel the heat rise in my face as I try to think of some sort of response. That? I don't have a good response, so I mainly just glare. I hate you. Well, I don't hate you. In fact, I think you're kind of cute. I'm definitely blushing. I can't see my own face, but I can just imagine how red it is getting. He only thinks I understood the first part. That statement was suggestive enough to be embarrassing by itself, but coupled with the second part. What's your name? Come on, I'm not going to do anything sinister with it. I'll even tell you mine first. My name is Rahel. I think about not telling him for a moment, but I can't think of a good excuse to withhold information. What would he do with my name anyways? It'd be one thing if I was nobility, but that would mean they could get a better price on a ransom. But I'm not. I come from a lowly peasant background, even though I do pretty well trading and selling goods. It's not like anyone would recall my name. It's Lore. That's a pretty low name. Why does everything sound so patronizing when you say it? Perhaps because I'm being patronizing? I glare at him and firmly decide that the silent treatment is in order. He waits for some sort of response, but I cross my arms and look in another direction, emphasizing my displeasure with a bold frown. I bet another kiss would get rid of that frown for you. It would not. Silent treatment fail. Look, I think we've gone off on the wrong foot, so to speak. Well, how did you expect it to go? You kidnapped me. Yes, I suppose I did. And normally that's a bad thing. And just how is it not a bad thing? Well, I could ask one of the servants to bake you some cookies. That would make things better, no? Not really. Do I look like I'm 2 years old? Kind of. Yes, you do have a baby face. I groan, but decide not to push the subject after all. If I object, I get the feeling he'd only tease me more. Thus, I decide it's time to try and negotiate my release. It might be a long shot, but it couldn't hurt to try. Look, Ryle, if... Hold on a second. Goodness. Look, Ryle, if you don't have any real use for me, why don't you let me go? Well, I suppose you don't actually know where you are. I could probably release you somewhere near the outpost and let you walk back. Okay. Maybe it wasn't such a long shot. And Dad didn't seem interested in using any kind of stratagem. I've never seen that word. Yeah, it's doable. You'll just have to wait a bit. It's not exactly wise to gallop over there at the moment, seeing as our guard should be up. For some reason, this information pisses me off. First he kidnaps me and drags me all the way back here to the city. And then he says I can leave just like that. Well, you are just a merchant. I should be grateful, I guess, but still. Now, I want to know. Why the heck did you kidnap me in the first place if you were just going to return me? Oh, are you upset? If you wanted to play captive, I could get into that. Don't dodge the question. What was the point of taking me if I serve no purpose here? You really want the truth? I'm asking for it, aren't I? I panicked, alright? You screamed, and well, I heard you wake up and then freak out, thinking you'd tell the soldiers what I was doing. What were you doing? Wait, what were you doing? I mean, I know you were looking through my stuff, but I'm not sure what exactly you were after. Though, I do know it was some kind of plant. I think I'd better keep that to myself, though, just in case. See? You don't even know. That's why all this was so pointless. I go quiet. Frankly, I'm more than a little mad right now. Pointless, he tells me. Great, just great. I'm confused right now. I'm in Sharon captivity all because this man made an idiotic mistake. You're mad at me? Yes, and I have every reason to be. I'm not denying that, but relax a little. If you behave, I'll take you out, okay? And why would I want that? Well, it would get you out of this room for a while anyway. I can't imagine you actually want to spend your whole vacation cooped up in here. Yeah, that's true enough, I guess. So, you'll be good? Well, I feel it is convenient. Fair enough. Well, your shoes are in that corner. Put them on and we'll head out. Right. Yes, right now. Hurry it up. Where are we going? Well, there are a few things I'd like to check up on, so I'm thinking either the library or Rahel's marketplace. I doubt they yield the results I want, but I like to feel like I'm at least doing something. Which one would you prefer? Me? Yeah, you. The library might not be that interesting since it's all in Shaharan, but you can look at the pictures. I think you can read the. I don't know. Oh well, he understands the language. I'm not sure about reading. Maybe the marketplace would be best. You're a merchant, so you might find it interesting. Well, if I had to choose, I'd rather. It's going for the other guy, so I'm not staying here. I'm gonna go to the library actually. And I think I'll stop here.